What's going on, everybody? Chad's Garage is back, and we've got a Jeep. Thank you, Jesus. We have ourselves something fun to work on, finally. This is a 1990, and it is a Sahara edition Jeep YJ Wrangler. And this has got a lot of stuff already done to it, so I don't have to mess with a whole lot of the hard stuff. I just get to make it look pretty and enjoy it and have fun and add on all kinds of accessories and whatnot. I think it's got a maybe a 3-inch lift. I don't know, you guys tell me. 3-inch lift's got 33s on it. They still got a little bit of life left in them. This is basically how I got the Jeep. The top is over there. It's in good shape. I'll show you that a little bit later. But the frame, you know, these frames on these YJs, TJs, they're known for some rot, but this one's already been repaired, so I don't have to mess with that. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean up the frame a little bit and put some undercoat on it. We've got, we've got basic Jeep rust, but it's in pretty decent shape. Floorboards, the passenger side is good, the driver's side not so good, but we'll take care of that later on down the road. Interior is looking pretty good. By the way, this is a 4.2 liter inline six. Not the awesome 4.0 that didn't come for another couple of years, but this is the 4.2, and it's got about 240,000 miles on it, and it still runs good. As you can see, no stereo. We're gonna take care of that this weekend. The speakers are shot, so we're gonna obviously take care of that this weekend as well. Seat covers are nasty. This seat is in decent shape, I guess. Yeah, that one's in pretty decent shape. Driver's side, not so much. We do have a back seat. However, it's not even remotely attached. I don't know exactly how they attach. I think they just something along the lines of these little notches back here, but I thought they were supposed to lock or something, so I don't know. But I have started accumulating a few goodies for this thing, so I wanted to get a quick video of the before. So what we're gonna do this weekend, they're gonna pull these carpets out, gonna clean them. I'm gonna see how well they come out. And yeah, there's a shot of the other repair that was done. Looks like they did a pretty good job repairing. I am going to make sure that we get all this rust and everything sanded down and prepped and cleaned up, so we don't have to worry about that. So I would like to get the seat functional, but I do all the grocery shopping in the family, so be nice to be able to flip this forward. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I might just delete the back seat, but I've already started buying a few things for this because it's a Jeep, and it's basically like having a four-wheel Harley. And if you have had a Harley, you already know that you just can't leave them alone. So I am going to be doing a lot of work to this thing, just making it my own, because that's the fun thing about Jeeps and Harleys, is you just don't drive them stock. Stock is not fun, at least not to me. I've got this cool little bar on top here. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen one of these. Let me know what it is. But it's got the same types of nuts and screws as what it used to hold my top down. Now, I am in the market for a soft top. It did not come with a soft top. It's got full doors. The doors are in about as good a shape as the body. You could see some rust right here. It's all dirty and everything, but I don't mind fixing up some rust, and I'll probably wind up painting this at some point. And it does have LED headlights, of course. Those probably won't stay. I'll probably get something a little bit fancier. As you can see, that one's got some water in it. This one's just fine. RIP to that bug. These are not working. I'll have to figure that out, but I'll probably replace those with something a little bit fancier anyways. We do have a spot for a winch. I do plan on getting a winch. And of course, this was spray painted by somebody who didn't really care. And, you know, there's overspray all over it. Paint's peeling, chipping, all that kind of stuff. You see some more overspray on that, which is fine. Rust. So we'll see what we can do with this to make it our own. Some rust right there, but it is not rusted through. Rust right here. So we're gonna, you know, I'm just gonna be having a good time with this thing. Thank God it's got a hitch, and the wiring is in there as well. So I want to get a little trailer at some point, and you know, maybe go do some landscaping here and there, cut some grass on the weekends, so I'll have Jeep money. So you know, it is what it is. I do like these mirrors on here. I do need to adjust this one, but it's nice having the mirrors on the body. That way when you take the doors off, I had a TJ and it was a real pain because the mirrors were actually on the door, and you take the door off, well, now you lost your mirrors, and I was trying to concoct something and it was just never good. But these are much better because I could obviously take the doors off. Like I said, they are full doors. I eventually want to get some half doors because I just like them. I like the half doors. Let's get into the meat and bones here, and I'll show you underneath. Let me put you down and be right back. So lifted Jeeps are cool. I love them. However, when you're short like I am, makes doing the most basic shit a little difficult. I can get it up there, but me trying to, yeah, it is what it is. But let's bring you on in here. So here is the meat and potatoes of the old, I guess I gotta name this thing, huh? Isn't that, it's like what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to name your Jeep. So I don't have a name for it yet, but looks like they've done some stuff already. Looks like the distributors maybe been replaced. Some high performance wires. I don't know. This does have AC, but the inside, it's kind of like a aftermarket. It's factory air, but it's like a afterthought, and that is not in the Jeep. So it has air, but it doesn't have air. So I got a factory AC Jeep, but it doesn't have it. But that's okay. I also need to get a dipstick. I'm going to be changing the oil hopefully this weekend because I have no idea where my oil level is. Because the dipstick, yep, you pull that out, and that's it. So definitely lacking in the dipstick department. But doesn't seem to leak a lot of oil yet. I mean, it's like a Harley. If it's not, it's probably out of oil. That's probably why it's not leaking oil. But there you go. Obviously need a new air cleaner, at least a filter. Probably get something a little bit bigger if I can. Probably can't go too much bigger, but this is still carbureted up until I think 92. I think 92, well, that's when they went to the 4.0. This is a 4.2 and it's carbureted, and it is what it is. I don't mind a carburetor as long as it's running right. But we got some stuff disconnected here. I'm not real good with carbs, but looks like a vacuum line, or no, that's not a vacuum line. That's something, I don't know. But you guys, I'm an idiot. I act like I know what I'm doing, but I really don't even act like I know what I'm doing. Obviously, this was a repaint. Looks like this was some kind of a ugly army green looking Jeep, and it's gone black. I am going to repaint it. Obviously, it's going to get repainted, but I just don't know. I haven't figured out exactly what I want to do with it yet. So, if you guys got some suggestions, you know, leave them down in the comments, because I want to do something unique with it that's not going to break the bank. Like, I'm going to do it myself, but I don't want it to look goofy. I don't want it to look cheesy, but you know, Jeeps just kind of tend to look cheesy, but they're still cool while they're looking cheesy. It is what it is. But if you guys got some suggestions, leave them down there in the comments. Some color combinations or something like that. I mean, it's basically a blank slate, so it's black. And how boring is black? It's cool, but it's not. I just don't want a black Jeep. So these still have the fuel. That's where you fuel it. For some of you old school people, you'll remember doing that behind the old license plate there. So I don't know. Let's go for a quick ride, and then I'm gonna come back and get working on this thing, and then follow along. So if you like this Jeep, if you like the Jeep, give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing, because I'm gonna have a crap load of content with this Jeep. I have not been doing a whole lot of automotive stuff because I just haven't had anything that got me excited. And you know, when you're driving around a Ford Fusion, it's hard to get excited about that. But I traded the old 2011 Fusion that I had the bumper in a box, and traded that for this. So it's probably not as reliable, but it's fun, and I always lean towards what's fun rather than what's reliable and good for me and a good, adult decision. So that's just how I operate. But let's go over here and take a look at the top, and then we'll go for a ride. So like I said, we do have a hard top, and it's in pretty good shape. I really do like having the hard top, especially in the wintertime. So it's in good shape. I got no complaints about the top. We'll be doing something unique and fun with that too. I do just want to get a soft top or something for the summertime, because that's a heavy pig. This is probably one of the most impractical vehicles you could ever dream of having. You can't really fit anything in it. I don't know, it's just not that it's not like a practical, it's not like a family vehicle. But I'm the only one that I ride around with, and they're fun. So it's lifted, it's fun, it runs pretty good. For having 246,000 miles on it, man, you can't, it runs so good. I knock on wood. Knock on metal. I don't know. It runs pretty good. It's so fun to drive. Take the doors off. Man, it's like having a motorcycle a little bit safer than a motorcycle would be. It's not really all that safe. Now the YJ, so if you don't know, the YJ was the first Wrangler. Okay, this is also the ugly stepchild of the Jeep family, because it's got the square headlights. I actually like it because it has the square headlights, because it's different. You can see a YJ and be like, that's a YJ. Ugh. I love them. This is the second one that I had. I had a TJ a few years back, and you'll be able to go back and look at a couple of those videos. But the YJ, it just holds a special place in my heart, because it is the oddball. It's not the one that everybody likes. This was more refined than a CJ, and obviously the TJs, which is the one that comes after this, are much more refined. They've got a better suspension, coil suspension instead of your leaf spring suspension. But I like this because of all of the things that people hate about it. I like the fact that it still has a leaf spring suspension. I like the fact that it has square headlights. I love the dash in this thing. It's so basic. Jeeps are just basic utilitarian vehicles that are really not good for much of anything other than just driving around and waving at other Jeeps. You got to learn the Jeep wave, which is basically consists of this. This is what you do when you see another Jeep. Some people don't like YJs, so they won't wave, and then you just give them that. But that's fine. The 4-door Jeeps don't pay much attention to me, and that's fine because I really don't look at them like they're real Jeeps because they have 4 doors. I know they're cool and they ride really nice and they're really good off-road and blah blah blah, but you know, a hater's gotta hate, and that's what I'm hating on, is the 4-door Jeeps, just because. I love Jeeps. I've always loved them. Any of you cool Jeep companies out there want to send me some cool YJ stuff, you know, I will definitely shill for your product. I'm having an absolute blast with this. This has cured my motorcycle itch, and I could have kicked myself. I think actually kicked myself for getting rid of my TJ. That was actually a really good Jeep after I got the frame fixed, but you know, you live and learn, and I got a great deal with this one, and it's high miles, but it's so much fun. And you know, if it breaks, it breaks, and we'll just you know, damn, the one thing that I've learned is that life is fluid, and if you're not able to just kind of go with the flow, you're gonna have a rough life. Jeeps are fun. They put a smile on my face, and that's the biggest thing. Here, look. You know, listen, one thing that I've learned in life, if you find something that when you look at it, it makes you smile. Like my wife, when I look at her, it makes me smile, except when she's telling me to cut the grass and I don't want to cut the grass and I want to do something different. But if you look at something and it makes you smile, you get it. You do whatever it is that keeps that happiness in your life. This Jeep makes me smile. I am so much happier with this than the boring little 4-door Ford that I had. Oh, boring. Yeah, it was a great car. Drove smooth. You could go highway speeds with it. I haven't even tried to go highway speeds with this thing. Not even sure it is a 5-speed, but I'm not really sure what the gearing is like on it. So that could be an adventure if I ever do need to hit the highway. And you know, it's got great big fat tires on it, so it's probably actually going to suck in the wintertime. I don't care. It's a Jeep. It makes me smile. I love it for all of the things that it isn't. It is not practical. It is probably not going to be real good on gas. It's not just going to be a great vehicle to go to the store in. I don't care. I love it for everything that it isn't. So you guys have a good one. Please consider subscribing if you want more cool Jeep content. And ooh, there's a 4-door Jeep over there. I'm not even going to show it to you because it's 4-door and it's stock. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I am going to show it to you. It's 4 doors and it's stock and it's boring, and I don't like boring. So don't be boring. Get yourself a Jeep. Get yourself something that puts a smile on your face. Have a good one. See ya.